Hi everybody. If you happen to see the other video I made on how to make a paper bag journal, then you know that this is a second video that I'm doing. And I had said in the first video that I would be making journals or books out of recyclable materials or really anything that you can find around the house. So I got this idea from another teacher friend of mine. So I'm going to hold this up close. Her name is Susan. So if your parents want more information or more ideas of how to do like all these neat books that are in here, they can go to susangatelord.com. There are many, many different ways that you can make a book or a journal out of just recyclable materials, cards you could make out of recyclable materials, and things of that nature. So there's so many different ideas, but I'm going to show you one of the easiest and I think the most fun ways to make a nifty little journal. So the one I'm going to show you how to make is a little different than this because this one it's all recyclables. This is a scrap part of a brown paper bag and a cereal box as the front cover and the back cover, and then I included like a glued on little yarn that you can then tie and keep it like a little journal, a diary, whatever you want. So like I said, that's my favorite. This is a little one. I'm going to show you how to make a bigger one out and use basically any type of paper, construction paper. You could use recyclable papers like the brown paper bag, anything, wrapping paper, anything you have around the house. But I'm going to show you how to do it out of paper. This is computer paper. I have a lot of it. I liked the size of it. It's really big. I can include writing, drawings, paintings. I can do a lot with this size paper. So I have been saving recyclables, neat things like in here that I'll show you in a moment. Maybe your family has, but maybe you just have some recyclables out of your bin. Maybe you just have a cereal box you can use that's almost gone, whatever you choose. So I'll show you some of the things I've been saving in here. So I have tissue boxes. Patriots, I like football. I save in case I want to make a book out of. Some of my favorite tissue boxes were these moon and stars and planets, things like that. I also have old wrapping paper that I've been saving to make books out of, envelopes, whatever. So I'm going to put that aside. And one of my favorite cereal boxes was this one I've been saving for a while. So I'm going to choose to make my journal or my book out of this. I really like pumpkin and fall and spice and all those great flavors. So I kept this cereal box because I just really like the picture. So, like I said, take some computer paper or whatever paper you choose, old wrapping paper. And just to make it easier for myself, I put a couple little staples at the very end, so it's like a book, a real book, because I'm turning it into my own real book. And I take this cereal box. I'm going to cut along the edge, so just the really neat picture shows. So as you can see, I just made a cut from the front to the side. So that's almost like my front cover and back cover. I am going to take my paper and I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And I am going to measure it. This almost fits perfectly in the cereal box. So I am then going to cut the edges off. I'm going to put this back up again so you can see a little bit better. So it fits. So I am going to cut the edges off. I'm going to do the bottom edge, and now I'm going to do the top edge. This is cardboard, and it's really sturdy, so you might need a parent to help you cut. So here it is. And again, I'm going to cut off this binding and see if that matches the size of my paper. So here is my paper. And you can then take some yarn and glue it, but I am just going to take a stapler. You could also hole punch, and I'm going to just staple the corners so it's like a real book. So here we go. And it's okay. This doesn't fit perfectly. I guess I shouldn't have cut this off, but that's okay because now I have my book. So I'll open the front cover. You could also glue it in if you don't want to use staples and glue. And here's my book. And that's really it. Super easy, super simple. You can add drawings. You can do observations, sketches, writing, whatever you want. Again, if you want more information on how to make more books, your parents can go to susangaylord.com and find out more information. Some of the books that you might find on her website are easy folding, cutting, things like that. So we made a little book out of just scraps we had, cereal boxes. You can also use brown paper bags to cut and fold a gingerbread person. She should show you how to do this on her website. You could use index cards, and I, again, tied a little. So if you have index cards, you can just take, I took again, scrap brown paper bag, and boom, 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 I put a bunch of note cards. I alternated with the white side and the writing so I can draw a picture. I can write some letters, some words, some sentences. Fold it up, my little journal. You can also just make a folded book. Here I punched 2 holes and I made a little binding. She shows you how to do this out of elastics and paper clips. You could even just fold paper. I cut another little scrap piece of construction paper to make a little book binding, and I added a bookmark for my nice little book. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick, simple, easy way to make a book.